Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to my new Let's Play. Today, going to be starting an adventure known as Wario Land 4. This game came out on the Game Boy Advance in 2001, pretty close to when the Game Boy Advance first released. Actually before the WarioWare series even got off the ground, so this is still before Wario decided to get in the business empire and still went out to look for his treasure on his own. So, yeah, going to be taking a look and see what this game has to offer us. Really excited to see how this playthrough is going to turn out. I haven't played this game very much, admittedly, and from what I have played, I do still think it's my least favorite of the entire Wario Land series, at least of the first 4 games anyway, since they're the only ones I've played through. But still, I definitely think you can still have fun in this. It is definitely a good game, and it does introduce some really interesting gameplay gimmicks and stuff of that nature, so it'll be fun going through this again, because there were definitely a lot of things I liked. There's just a lot of things that I like a little more about the other games. So we're going to go ahead and start a file here. You have 2 difficulties. You have normal and hard. There is actually a 3rd difficulty, super hard, which is locked beyond hard mode. I think for this playthrough I am going to do normal mode, though. As far as differences between normal and hard, really the main differences are you start levels with less health. There are more enemies generally. Some of the treasures are in, kind of more complicated to get locations, and the time sections that you go through in this game are actually a lot shorter, so you have less time to make it through those sections. Aside from that, though, the levels are still pretty much the same. So, even though, they do move treasures to new locations and whatnot, they're still in the same level and still in, close locations, just not the same exact locations. Like, there might be some treasures you have to work harder for example. But aside from that, it's still pretty much the same exact game, just with, less tight restrictions if you play on normal mode. So I feel like normal mode just is going to make sense. If there are anything, aside from super hard mode like I already mentioned, but if there are any unique screenshots or unique endings or something, I'll definitely showcase those later at the end of the project, but I think we'll just stick with normal mode. Just a nice, cool, casual playthrough of the game. Maybe some point I can stream through maybe a harder difficulty or something, but for now I think I'm fine with normal mode. So yeah, as far as the basic story is concerned, news has reported that there is a golden pyramid that is filled with treasure. And obviously, knowing Wario, Wario wants to get some of that action himself, so he enters the Golden Pyramid, which is hidden deep in the jungle. He finds a black cat. The black cat is showing him where to go. And yeah, that's basically how this story begins. So, we're going to end up in this little passageway right here. This is the entry passage, and where the beginning of our adventure will begin. So here we have the Hall of Hieroglyphs. This is the first level. And as you might expect, the first level will just give you kind of like a brief introduction to all the different things you'll be working with and how to use all the different controls and whatnot. But this being a Wario Land game, there's not really a whole lot to explain. You can move around, you can jump, you can use your shoulder barge to charge into things. And there's a lot of other things you can use with those different control variants. Let's see. Got some enemies here. And yeah, you can charge into enemies to destroy them. And in this case, you can actually charge into them to collect coins. You see a little treasure meter at the top right. That's basically how much money you've collected in the level. And for this particular playthrough, I am going to be trying to go for a gold crown playthrough, which means I'm going to try to get a gold crown in every single level. And basically to do that, you have to basically finish the level with over 10,000 points, which is really not that hard in a lot of cases. If anything, this level can actually be kind of tricky if you're not really sure how to, basically play through the game. Just because some of these enemies have different properties based on what color they are. And for example, when an enemy is red, you actually get more money from them when you kill them. So as a result, you may not have that information on the first playthrough, which means you could go through this level several times and not really realize that, oh, I should be killing them when they're a different color. It's something I definitely had to learn for myself when I played through this game. But yeah, you'll find that red coins are worth 50 coins, the giant blue diamonds are worth 1,000 coins, or 1,000 treasure points, or whatever you want to call them. The small blue ones are worth 10. The gold ones, I think, are worth 100? Or maybe that's the silver ones. I think maybe gold ones are worth 200, actually. So you have these guys, and once again, like these guys, yeah. You want to make sure they're red before you get them. Okay, gold are 500. Silvers are 100. That's the correct amount. I should have figured it was something like that anyway. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for secret passages and secret areas as you're going through the levels, because this game can be kind of tricky with where it decides to hide some of its hidden loot. So you could be going all over the place trying to find like where all these treasure rooms are, but you may not run into them right away, so you got to kind of look everywhere, make sure you hug a lot of walls, heck, even charge into walls as well, because you never know when there might be a block that's blocking it as well, so there's a lot of different things you got to think about. So I didn't grab those 220 coins. I don't think that'll hurt me or anything, but it is unfortunate I didn't grab those before I jumped up. But I think we'll get enough before we end this level, so that shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. Who you trying to kid there, Mr. Spear Guy? Who are you trying to kid? So anyway, like right here, you notice how there's like a little indentation? Yeah, hidden room. Hidden room that's not entirely obvious. At least it may not be obvious to someone who's not used to these types of, you know, gameplay experiences anyway. Okay. Ooh, okay, that was close. I might actually cut this kind of close on the meter here, because, I don't know if this is actually enough. It should be, because I think you get like 50 points per heart. And we have, what, 8? So, okay, yeah, we have just enough, so we're fine. So at the end of each level, you'll have this little switch here, and along the way, you'll also generally collect a key as well. What you need to do is you need to hit this switch, and this will open up the portal at the very, well, in this case, it's at the very beginning, but it's also could be the ending as well. The ending is usually the beginning, because the levels kind of wrap around for you to get back to the beginning. But yeah, that's basically how this works, and you need the key if you want to actually progress into the next level. So make sure you find that key at some point. Anyway, once you finish the level, you get basically evaluated based on how well you did. Looks like we did get enough, so got that gold crown. That is gold crown number 1, and we have to, like I said, I'm going to be aiming for a gold crown playthrough, which means we have 17 more levels to get gold crown on. That's right, there are only 18 levels in the game. So not a very big game. Doesn't seem like it would be a big game, but some of these levels are really, really long, especially if you want to, you know, get all your exploring in too. So you can spend a lot of time in just one level. Because of this, I'll probably only do like 2 levels per video or something of that nature. This video might be a bit longer just because this is the first video and whatnot. But yeah, now that we've beaten that level, we can continue. And the next level, because this is a intro tutorial area, is actually the boss level. But before we go there, we have a little mini-game shop that we can take part in. For this section, you have to pay 2,000 coins to play one of these mini-games here. We have Wario's Home Run Derby, we have the Wario Hop, and we have Wario's Roulette. Let's play some Home Run Derby first of all. I do apologize if this looks weird. I think what the game developers were going for here is they want you to hold your DS vertically. so you can do this properly, but due to the nature of how I'm recording this, I can't really do that. So this could kind of ruin my immersion and my perspective a little bit, but we'll do what we can. So the goal for these minigames is basically just try to get as high a score as you can. In this one, you want to try to hit as many home runs as you can before you strike out. And I'm about to strike out right now. Holy crap. There we go. Okay, we're safe for right now. And every time we reach a benchmark, we'll get 1 gold coin. And you basically use the gold coins for what's going to be an upcoming shop. And in the shop, you can buy some items that will make the boss fights a lot easier. If you need them to be easier, anyway. Some of them are pretty self-explanatory, and you may not need the items, but, you know, if you want to have an easier time and a faster time, you can try to collect as many gold coins as you can before you get to that point. Okay, it's interesting that you can swing multiple times. Okay. So we're up to 6, so that should give us a second gold coin. I don't want to spend too much time on these minigames because they are pretty basic and pretty bare bones, so there's not really a whole lot you need to say about them. I will say that I definitely can kind of see the WarioWare. Not really the influence of WarioWare, but basically the type of design that would eventually lead to WarioWare, because again, this came before WarioWare even released. But this is definitely a minigame that you would probably see in WarioWare, for example. So I'll probably, unless the minigame ends a little earlier than when it happens, I'm going to probably just go to 10 points and then I'll just cut to the very end. Just so you guys aren't watching me do this forever. I wouldn't say my timing's been great on this, but, you know, I don't want to be sitting here all day for the entire rest of the video either. And man, this pitcher can throw some very weird pitches too. Oh, cool, we got a little cheerleader, too. Man, I'm really good at hitting foul balls. Can we do a foul ball derby instead of a home run derby? Because some of these foul ball shots, like, I don't see how it would even be possible to consistently do these, but I'm getting more of them than anything. Oh! Okay, that one just faked me out right there. Well, either way, we did get 3 coins from that, so not a bad score. Let's go ahead and do the next one. So this is Wario Hop, I believe. The basic goal for this one is you're going to be hopping over obstacles. Whenever the obstacles come into view, anyway. Man, that female cactus, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I very recently just finished up playing Oracle of Ages, which had a tree that Link married. That Link canonically married the tree. But I don't know, I'm not feeling too right about that cactus. But yeah, this is pretty much just the same type of game. Where you basically keep going until you fail. That's really all that needs to be said about this. But yeah, if I ever decide to play minigames, like, in future videos, I'll probably just cut them out, because it's literally just these 3 minigames. Like, you won't get any other minigames in this game, which is kind of a shame. Because some of these are, like, really cool in a very basic and simple way. And again, it just really kind of reminds me of, like, micro games and minigames you'd find in WarioWare. which really makes me wonder if like the same teams that worked on, you know, WarioWare worked on this game too. It wouldn't be surprising, because like even like the music and the sound kind of sounds like something that'd be from WarioWare. But yeah, that's basically the Wario Hop, just a basic go on forever until you fail type of game. And last but not least, we have Wario Roulette. So in this game, you're going to be playing, having some fun with Wario's face. Okay, we have pretty eyes. We have that small nose. There we go. Oh my god, that looks terrible. Okay, so brown eyes, Frankenstein nose. My god, that looks so weird. Okay, droopy eyes, purple. Oh god. That's not it. No, okay, it was the other one. Whoops, but yeah, that's basically that's basically Wario Roulette, so not really much else needs to be said about that. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here though, so those are the 3 basic minigames. Again, if I'm feeling like showing them off again, maybe I will at a future date and time, but for now, I think I'll just go ahead and move on. But yeah, we'll go ahead and actually go into the boss area next. So now that we've collected all the pieces of that stone tablet or whatever, we open the door and we can now progress, first of all, into the item shop. So in this item shop we can buy some unique items here. We have an apple bomb, we have a blast cannon, we have Visor Man, we have a bugle, and we have a smile we can get for free. But yeah, basically you can use the gold coins you get from minigames to purchase these items. And these items will basically make the boss fights a lot easier or a lot faster. So they're basically just used for that purpose and that purpose alone. I don't think I'm going to actually buy any here. But I will go ahead and say that the bugle is the weak point of this particular boss. So if you want an easy time beating this next boss, just buy the bugle, and it'll be a very, very easy fight. But really, you don't even need it. Honestly, this is a very, like, painfully easy first boss. And I'll definitely show you how easy it is. See, it's a little tomato. It's a purple tomato with a doll. So first of all, I'm gonna get rid of these guys. Boom. Then we're just gonna charge into Tomato Girl for a while. After some time... Oh god, Tomato Girl is now a possessed monster. Well, thankfully we can just jump over him, hit him from the back, and then repeat the process. That's really all this is. See, you don't need an item for this. You really don't need an item for that. But yeah, that's basically what these bosses will amount to. And if you get those items, you'll actually make them a little bit easier, a little bit faster. Basically, most of their health will be gone. That's essentially what it does. And like some items will do different levels of health, depending on, again, what they're weak to. I just wish there were other ways to get the gold coins, because the minigames can honestly be kind of slow at times. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start the next level. We have basically 4 sections we can go to, and yeah, this is not a linear game. You can actually approach these 4 worlds in any order you want. But I'll be going for what's considered the standard order, which is basically starting from the Emerald Passage and working your way around counterclockwise. And yeah, that's essentially how I'll be doing this. You also have the sound room, which this is basically where you listen to music when you've gotten all the CDs, but as you can see, we don't have a single CD, so we can't do that yet. But we will have music at some point, though. But yeah, we'll go ahead and start the Emerald Passage, and we'll do the first level, Palm Tree Paradise. This level is actually really short, really easy, and we'll kind of give you an idea of what to generally expect from this game. So I think it'll be a good place to actually start, and considering we're already past the 20-minute mark, it should allow us to get through here without any major issues as well, so we'll definitely do that. Okay, so yeah, we have more of those enemies, so once again, if you want to get the biggest payout from them, pound the ground until they turn red, and when they're red, you can get the best coin payout from that, so just keep that in mind. Okay. And then yeah, like in the entry level, you have 4 pieces of that little, I guess, stone or something. You want to go through the level and make sure you find all 4 pieces of that, because I don't think you'll be able to access the boss level unless you get all of those pieces, if I'm not mistaken. And then if you want to continue to the actual next level, I believe you do need the key for that, so you do want to look out for the key as well. There's also a third thing hidden here. You can find a CD. In all of the 16 main levels, you'll find one chest that has the CD, so we're going to be on the lookout for that in addition to all of the other treasure chests and stuff, so just a lot of stuff we're going to be looking for, but it's okay because we're exploring, and that's exactly what Wario does. He does like the exploring. If anything, I wish he'd do exploring more often, because we haven't had like a true Wario Land game in a while, because they've been focused on the WarioWare series, which, don't get me wrong, the WarioWare series is great. I love it. I don't want them to stop making games for that, but, you know, Wario Land is a pretty cool series too, and I'd like for them to, you know, not forget about that series, because it's a lot of fun. Okay, so in here, this is a treasure room. When you see the walls and floor and the backgrounds look like this, that usually signifies you're in a treasure/puzzle room. And you have this old guy who you can actually use to help you get the treasure in here. In fact, you can use him as a projectile, throw him at this switch, and then you can make a staircase to the giant diamond here. This guy has a very long and complicated name, but since he's normally found in these puzzle rooms, and he looks kind of like an old brainy scientist, I'm just going to call him Professor John Pieces, because, yeah, why not? So yeah, whenever we see Professor John, we're going to be throwing him up or just doing something with him to get any of the treasures that are in this game. Also, hidden little passageway right here. This is where you find the CD for this level. It can be kind of hard to find if you're not careful. And yeah, this is a passageway back, but we're going to not go this way because that's actually the way back, I believe, so we do not want to go there just yet. And yeah, power-ups from the other Wario Land games are here. And that is Fat Wario, which you can use him to basically destroy blocks that you normally wouldn't be able to destroy with a normal ground pound, or a ground pound from a great distance. So you can use that to very quickly get down here and get some cool treasure. I'm going to go ahead and destroy you because you're in the way. And with that switch we hit, we can now get up here into this puzzle room, where once again we can use good old Professor John to our advantage and get some more treasure. Now you do want to be careful because when Professor John falls into water, you can't actually get him out, so you have to make sure that you prevent him from hitting the water if water is an obstacle. So I think the best way to do this is to just catch him from down here, throw him in here, and then this way we can get the giant diamond that's in here. But yeah, I think we've technically gotten everything at this point. We got the key. All we have to do is get out of here. We still have to get the gold crown as well, but we can easily do that right now. So yeah, we have everything we need. So now we're going to hit the switch and we're going to get out of here. I think we've come through this level pretty thoroughly, so I think we can just run straight to the end with no issue whatsoever. And yeah, this is where, on hard mode, for example, you'd get like a much smaller time limit. I believe for hard mode, for example, you only get like 45 seconds to get back as opposed to a minute and 30. But as you can see, I didn't even need a minute and 30 to get back, so it's really not too hard on normal mode. Again, normal mode is just a casual playthrough. Hard mode is really if you just want kind of an extra challenge and slightly rougher conditions. Which, if you do, you know, more power to you. You have that option, but again, I don't think it's incredibly necessary to enjoy this game. Okay, so there we go. That'll open up the next level, but we're not going to be doing that level in this video because this video is getting pretty long, so we'll save that for next video. I want to thank all you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the project so far. Should be a fun ride, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Wednesday, because yeah, this is no longer going to be a daily uploaded channel, as I've already talked about before. But not going to go into that now. I made a video yesterday basically talking about all of that, but or a video last week talking about all of that. But yeah, I will be doing this for the weekday project. Hope it's a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Later, folks.